Confucius lived in a time when there were these warring kingdoms in a territory that later became China. But what he said was that there had been this period of great order in the past, that the lines between inferior and superior were clear, and there was a kind of synergy between superior and inferior that kept everything ticking along really nicely. He thought that hierarchical relationships were a good thing, and that the trick was that both sides in a hierarchical relationship owed something to the other. So the father and son relationship was a key one. The father deserved respect from the son, but owed the son care and benevolence. And things would be fine as long as both sides in a relationship held up their end. And he had a whole series of these relationships. The husband to the wife was, again, an unequal one of the husband being superior to the wife, but him owing the wife care and her owing him deference. And he had the same notion that then the emperor to the ministers these were all parallels. And there were no egalitarian relationships in Confucianism, even something that in the West we often think of as a kind of quintessentially egalitarian relationship between brothers. In the Chinese tradition of Confucianism, there was only older brother and younger brother. There was no brotherhood was not an egalitarian relationship. It was one where the older brother took care of the younger brother, and the younger brother showed respect for the older brother.
So stable hierarchy was at the core of everything in society. It permeated everything, including politics.
Yeah, and there was even a sense that it connected the natural world to the supernatural world. So the emperor was to heaven, this kind of non-personified deity, like the emperor was to the ministers. So all of this had these relationships. So the emperor was the son of heaven. And, for Confucius, he said, so we should study the text. We should study how the sages of old behaved, that society was becoming corrupted and was going away from that sort of purity of the sages when the relationships were all in order. So Confucianism was a kind of conservative or even backward looking thing. It wasn't arguing for progress. It was arguing for reclaiming a pure golden age in the past. So it was also a kind of conservative. So in all kinds of ways, it's irreconcilable to many things about Marxism and communism, which is all about struggle and all about actually a progressive view of history moving from one stage to the next.